Okay, so how does emotional eating tie into weight loss resistance? Let's go ahead and tackle that. I started my business roughly 15 years ago now, and I started just as a trainer. I started doing just fitness related type things, and personally, as I started competing, I realized if I didn't get a handle on my diet, I wasn't going to be able to look like somebody who should do fitness competitions or get on a stage or any of that. I was going to have to change my nutrition. And then I was like, wow, once I changed my diet, this is a huge part of this. Now, I tend to tell clients it's 80% is nutrition and 20% is exercise. For show prep, it can be a lot. It can be a little bit different than that. But for the general person just wanting to lose fat, that's about right. Okay. So the food is a huge piece. So what do you do when you're somebody who has spent their life dealing with triggers and situations in life by eating? And you have a problem that upsets you, or emotionally you get charged and you don't know how to deal with that outside of food because you've never retrained yourself to do something different. Doesn't matter what program you receive, doesn't matter how much coaching or counseling you get, you always go back to who you are, because that's how the brain works. So it likes homeostasis, and it likes the reward center pattern that it's familiar with. So if you don't do the work necessary to be somebody different in response to life's challenges, if you don't learn how to process your emotions differently, if you don't start telling yourself something else when life gives you the same chaos and drama it's going to give everybody else, you'll find yourself, after that program ends or whatever training you've been doing completes itself, falling back into old patterns. So you have a couple of options, right? You can kind of try to stay on the same thing, or you can learn how to do something differently in response to the things that come up in life. You can learn how to change your behavior. You can learn how to change the way you think. And by doing that, you can impact how you feel in response to the drama that shows up in life. So what I found was it did not matter if my client was an emotional eater, if they had bulimia or binge eating behaviors, and they just had a disordered, unhealthy relationship with food. Doesn't matter what the program is, their blocking factor is going to be the fact that they don't think differently, like for real. Like they don't think differently, not for right now, but for real, like long term, they don't think differently than they did before. So that's emotional eating, and that's what we're going to be talking about, like I said, in the clinics that are coming up over the next few months, is how to approach things differently, how to respond to life's challenges differently than you ever have. So that's blocking factor one, emotional eating. I'm going to move on, but if you have an opportunity to check out the clinics that I have, the clinics plural that I have coming up, there'll be live and streaming. I'll have recordings available. Please do check it out. I find that this is a big one. If I can get people to start doing something different, start thinking differently, seriously changing their thought patterns and behavior patterns, sky's the limit. All right, moving on.